Well, hello again, everybody. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for checking out my channel. John Mitchell here at johnamitchell.tv. If you like my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to share those out, friends and family. Get some audience, get some people, talking about the important issues. Now, this today is the 26th of September, 2017. And I just did a video yesterday, so don't you guys fall out of your chairs. 2 videos in 2 days. I know that I'm not, exactly known for that kind of consistency, but the video from yesterday, I had talked a little bit about this guy. All right, and I talked about that guy, and I promised a follow-up video, and this is the follow-up video. And I guess the theme of today's follow-up video is, why on earth do you think that this guy might actually want a war with the United States? Why would that be? Because, we sit over here in our big cushy chairs, our SUVs, and we pop a cold one and think, well, the world's so in fear of us, nobody would mess with the United States. And, obviously the North Koreans' army, their military would be, ultimately no match for us, depending on how, I guess, if you think that we would actually fight back, and therein goes the challenge. Now, I'll walk you through some of my logic, what I have to say about this, what I think might be going on in, Kim Fattie's, head. And actually, you got to first ask yourself, okay, what does this guy want? Okay, this guy, he wants a harem of teenage sex slaves, and he wants unlimited supplies of fine wines and caviar and cheeses, right? So that's what he wants. He wants IE to stay in power, because look at this guy. All right, power's been very good to this guy, okay, and he wants that to continue. And so if you're this guy and you want to stay in power, well, you got to think about, the history of the United States intervening and stuff. Man, oh man, you would sure be sitting over there wondering, when might Uncle Sam come knocking on my door, right? And if you think that, then you got to, also follow it through to the next logical step and say, well, what can I do to prevent that? What can I do to kind of put the fear of God in them and make them not want to come mess with me, right? Now, I'm going to bring up this next thing, which is this. Okay. Now, this is a picture from December 7th, 1941, day in infamy and all that stuff, right? That's when Japan attacked the United States at Pearl Harbor, right? And the thing about it is, if you go back and read the history books, you'll find that Japan attacked us because they felt threatened. They felt that the United States might attack them at any time. And also, they gambled on thinking that if they attacked us first, and if they gave us such a devastating blow, that it would crush our spirit to such an extent that we wouldn't either be able to or wouldn't want, we wouldn't have the will to fight back, right? So it was the shock and awe kind of thing. Now, back in the day when Japan did this, they used their very best munitions. They gave it their best shot, right? But back in the day, you got to think, Japan did not have nuclear weapons. Nukes had not been invented yet. So now you got to think, okay, transfer that logic to North Korea and think, well, what if the leader of North Korea wants to strike such a devastating blow? Well, obviously, he would be inclined to use his most, I guess, take his best shot. All right, because if not, I mean, you might only get one shot at this, and you better strike such a blow. You better, strike the fear of God in the United States that they won't dare to retaliate. Now, I kind of think, and this is my, I guess, American mindset talking here, but I kind of think that would be just a terrible miscalculation on his part, just like it was a terrible miscalculation back in the day for Japan. But think about this, and I'm going to show you this. All right. And this is a guy whose name I've, sadly forgotten. And I forgot to look this up before I started the video rolling. I don't want to pause it or anything, but this is Kim Jong-un's brother, or at least it was, because what happened was this guy got, killed. And I think it was in Malaysia. Uh, and he was attacked by a couple of apparently unwitting ladies in the airport in Malaysia, and they smeared nerve gas on this guy, and he died in a matter of minutes. Now, some people have said along the way, boy, that sure was sloppy. If North Korea had intended to assassinate this guy, they left, way too many clues about it, right? If you read up on this in several articles I've read, seems like they left almost kind of like a trail of breadcrumbs, right? Now, I think that this could very well have been Kim Jong Un waving his arms and standing up, screaming, saying, notice me, look at what I can do, right? And so this is already a guy who's shown that he wants to put the fear of God in people. He wants to, he kind of wants the world to sit up and notice and think that he is a force to be reckoned with. And if he would do this to his own brother, and if he would have his own uncle killed, then we better be careful dealing with him. That's kind of the aura that I think this guy wants to project. So, I mean, while we would sit over here in the West and think, God, why would somebody, strike first the United States? Why would they, want to start a war? Well, if you were North Korea, you might think that the way you can win the war is by starting it first, landing such a devastating blow that we would just back off and decide to leave him alone. He might, erroneously as that may be, but he might think that that is his best chance of, getting survival for his little country and getting survival for himself and staying in power and stuff because the harem of teenage sex slaves and the endless supply of caviar does call. It's a strong, incentive, I guess. So, in any event, that's the logic why I think North Korea might actually. This might be the thing that they would think of. This might be the logic behind why they would go ahead and try to start intentionally a war with the United States. And so that might be their thinking. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Comments below. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and check out my next videos. Thanks everybody so much for watching.